Hi everyone, Ellyn here. So on Friday, I went somewhere to do an ayahuasca ceremony. And for those of you who don't know what ayahuasca is, it's basically plant medicine. And they say that Grandma Aya, which is the spirit of the plant, gets into your system and kind of ravels around and knows what it needs to do to your body. And most of the time, people, when they take this plant medicine, after they drink the first cup, they're vomiting, releasing, crying, screaming, yelling. Some even are laughing. And some may just go into like this trance where they see certain things or they ask questions. They're so aware and they can ask questions and get answers. And it's amazing how when we were in the meditation circle, when everyone, the day after was sharing their experience, I felt like, I've been wanting to get those answers from Grandma Aya. And then I asked myself, well, why when I come to ayahuasca am I just releasing? I'm just purging. But I'm not getting those insightful things that everybody else is getting. And the answer came to me, and it was clear as day that it actually said this. Well, you get epiphanies every day. So here you're just purging. You just need to release. And then I understood that many of those people who've had these like epiphanies or who've purged and after the second cup had a great experience of all the answers or different things happening to them, it made me realize that those people haven't embodied their higher self. They're kind of like new into the spiritual realm, I would say, that made them, they're not sure how to embody their higher self. I don't even think they heard that term. And I just realized with having this experience and, kind of seeing what's going around, that embodying your higher self is going to give you the insights and the answers and the flow that you're looking for. You don't necessarily need to go to get plant medicine for you to have that type of experience. And you certainly don't need to go and purge the way you do in order for you to have that type of experience. Embodying your higher self really means just anchoring more of the light consciousness into your physical body and allowing it to ground into your physical body so that you are flowing with the light consciousness, the wisdom that we really are. And it also means that you're not looking or working in your life or even making decisions in your life with ego. And in the beginning, when you embody your higher self, you're still going to have that dialogue, right? I mentioned that before, because you're getting more light into your system and it's clearing out the density. But there also comes that training period where now you hear the ego, you hear the two voices, you hear the ego, and then you hear the higher self. And it's the training period that comes in. You're like, all right, I'm bringing more light into my system. You're aware that you're bringing more light. You're aware that you're doing this embodiment practice. And you're allowing yourself to fully, kind of, I'm going to say kill the ego, but it doesn't really die. It's just more of knowing that you have the higher self that has the wisdom, and you know that the higher self is going to steer you into the right direction. So now it's just training yourself to listen and follow the higher self. It's the knowing and the training that gets you to anchor in and embody fully the higher self. And while you're in this process, you are still releasing, because in order for more light to get into your system, you need to release the debris. You need to release the toxicity, or the shadow. And while this is a process, it can be a fun process, because as you start to do the embodiment exercises or practices and allow your higher self to really fully get invited into your physical vessel, you get to see all these synchronicities, because things start to change and things start to unfold. And what I mean by synchronicities is when you're on the right path, right? And the right path just really means when you're embodying your higher self and you're on the path of following the guidance and the wisdom, and as some people may call it, like myself, when you get a hit, or when you hear the higher self speaking and you follow that guidance, things start to fall into place. And that's what synchronicities are, is because you see that the universe is kind of lining you up with all these other opportunities that just came through. And you're manifesting quicker because you're noticing that, you're following your light consciousness desires. It's your heart. You're really allowing to follow the desires of your heart, and allow for the things that you were meant to be doing in this lifetime to unravel itself right in front of your eyes. And that's why it's so magical to be able to go through this experience. And I forget sometimes, how magical it is, because I get caught up in this whole releasing stage. But when I really take a deep breath and I can look back and see how things have started to synchronize for myself in my own life when I started embodying my higher self, I thought it was really amazing. And I still think it's really amazing. And, when people come in for ayahuasca with this experience, I was really able to be more aware of how so many people don't know that they can get this type of the answers or epiphanies, whatever they're looking for, from really learning how to embody it. And I'm not saying that ayahuasca is bad. I think it's really great, especially for those people who, who heard such great things about it and really are in the beginning stages of waking up and really want to learn more or see if there's any type of answers they're going to get. But what do you do after? What are you going to do after you come back? Ayahuasca is not something that you do once in a while and then, go back to your daily and regular life. It's meant to steer you or to change your life, or if some people want to go that route, it is really meant to take you in a different avenue of your life. So what are you going to do when you're done? You had your 1 or 2 or 3 nights of ayahuasca plant medicine, and you come back to your quote-unquote reality, right, when you're going back home. Well, what are you going to do after? The answer is embodiment. And that is the major, it's not a life lesson, but divine guidance is. And divine guidance is the embodiment. So it actually is a life lesson, because you are allowing yourself to be divinely guided by your higher self, by your light consciousness. And that unfolds in several different ways. Many people, they can start in many different ways, but you always get into the embodiment stage. And that brings more love. It opens your heart. It allows you to realize how you should be in love with yourself and you should love other people, bringing compassion and all the high vibe emotions into your system so that you can radiate it out for other people to feel the same joy, love, and happiness. So I'm gonna hop off here, but I just wanted to come on and just, let you know that if you ever do things like plant medicine, any type of plant medicine, just remember that what's going to keep you in a state of bliss, if you do reach that, or if you want to continue getting all the wisdom, you don't need to continue doing plant medicine and going through all the crazy purges. You just need to be more aware of what you're putting in your system on a daily basis, because before ayahuasca you do have to go on like this fast, and there's a special reason for that. And it's mainly because once you have a clean body and a clean energy system, it'll help the ayahuasca plant medicine to not make you purge as much, because you're going to have a clean system. You may purge a little bit, but then as you go for the second cup, you may have like this most amazing, profound experience and have all the answers that you want. But if you are able to incorporate a clean diet, at least start from somewhere to incorporate less toxins in your system, more of like the high vibe fruits and vegetables, and to have your system, your energy system, to be clean, and for you to work on embodying the higher self, you can already have that wisdom come through and less shadow and less density to work with. So I hope this was inspiring for those who are listening. And like I always say, if there's anything that you want me to talk about, if there's any specific topics, or if there's something that you want me to delve a little bit deeper on, please let me know. I'm really open to hearing your feedback and to serving you the information that you would like to hear to help you on your path. I hope you have a great day, and thanks for listening.